Consider the other symmetry, which is the C2V symmetry, and we had drawn that structure 2 wherein we had two COs and one L in the equatorial plane, and we had two COs in the axial position. This was our C2V symmetry. Now in the same manner as we have proceeded for C3V, we will first of all apply the symmetry operations of the C2V point group and see how the transformation of the bonds, the CO iron CO bonds as a basis set modify or change, and we can then represent the characters. We can write down the C2V symmetry operations. The symmetry operations will be identity E, there will be a C2, there will be a sigma xz and a sigma yz. Now, if you look at the transformation under E, you will find that all the four COs, in this case we need not subdivide it into axial and equatorial separately, because the bond vectors for the COs in the axial both are COs, as well as the equatorial bonds are also COs, and there is a C2 which is passing through L. So your C2, which is the major axis, is passing through L, and therefore there is not going to be a change in the L, whereas there is going to be a change in the other CO. So we need not divide it into two parts. We can directly consider the changes under the operations of the C2V point group. So what we find is that in this particular case, you have this tau vibrational, or basically will give rise to, because there are four COs, the character will be 4 because all the four COs remain unchanged, and as we have said that when a ligand does not change its position, the character contributed is +1. Under C2, if you perform a C2, you find that the axial COs undergo exchange by 180 degrees, and in the same manner you find that these two COs also undergo exchange by 180 degrees. Therefore, since all the four COs are changing its position, therefore the net character is 0. Now, there are two planes of symmetry. If you look at, one of the planes will carry the axial ligands. So one of the planes will carry the axial ligand and also the C2 axis. So in this plane, when you do this reflection operation, the COs which are carried along the plane will not change, whereas these two COs, because the plane will be bisecting these two COs, therefore this CO will exchange with this CO. So basically two COs will exchange, their character will be 0, two COs will not change, so the net character in that case will be 2. So if supposing this is the YZ plane, then in that case we find that you will have a character of 2, whereas in the XZ plane, again you will find that if you look at the XZ plane will be basically the molecular plane. So now the reflection will be, that means in the molecular plane the COs will remain where they are, while there will be exchange or reflection of the axial COs from one point to another point. This means that the two COs will again remain unchanged, and so the character will be 2. So this is the reducible representation under the C2V point group for the tau vibrational. Now, as we have said earlier, let us break this down into its components using the C2V character table. Now we can write down the C2V character table and see what is the situation. So our C2V character table, we can write it down. You have C2V, you have basically the operations, and then you will have the unit vectors and these squares, and here are the representations. The representations are A1, A2, B1 and B2, and the characters for this are 1, 1, 1 and 1. For this are 1, 1, minus 1, minus 1. For B1 it is 1, minus 1, 1, minus 1, and for B2 1, minus 1, minus 1 and 1. And you can see that A1 transforms as Z, while A2 transforms as RZ, while B1 transforms as X and RY, and B2 transforms as Y and Rx. If you look at the squares, then this transforms as X squared, Y squared and Z squared. This transforms as XY, this transforms as XZ, and this transforms as YZ. Now, if you look at the character table, which I have said will be provided to you in the appendix of the question paper, you can now see that this tau vibrational can be easily broken down into a sum of 2A1 plus B1 plus B2. You can check it out. 2A1 means 2, B1 1, 1, so that makes it 2 plus 1 plus 1, which is 4. If you look at under C2, you will have 2 and you will have minus 2, so that will be 0. In this case, you will have 2 and you will have basically 1 and 1, this will cancel out, so you will have a character of 2. In the same way, 2 and this character will cancel out. So this transforms, this breaks down into 4 irreducible representations, that means 2 A1s, 1 B1 and B2, and therefore this tau vibrational is corresponding to the 4 irreducible representation, and each irreducible representation is a IR band. So the number of IR bands, you can see, has increased. IR bands has gone to 4, whereas in the C3V case the number of IR bands was 3. As you have gone from a C3V symmetry descending to a C2V symmetry, in the lower symmetry you find that the number of IR bands has increased. Now if you look at the allowedness criteria, you can see that A1 is transforming as Z, B1 is transforming as X, B2 is transforming as Y. That means all the 4 are IR allowed. In the same manner, A1 is transforming as squares, B1 is transforming as a product of X and Z, B2 is transforming as a product of Y and Z, so therefore B1 and B2 are also. That means all the 4 are IR and Raman allowed. Now, the final part of the question that asked was that if you have a combination band B1 plus B2, we want to know whether this combination band B1 plus B2 is allowed or not. Now, if you recall, if you have a combination band, the rule is that you have to take the direct product of B1 with B2, find out the reducible representation and break it down into irreducible components, and then that irreducible component, if it matches with a unit vector, then we know that it is IR allowed. So this is where the same way we have to figure it out. Now remember, this B1 and B2 did not exist in our C3V symmetry case. So that means the combination band could not exist in the C3V case. But yes, it existed in the C2V case, because you can see you have a B1 as well as a B2. Now if you look at the character table, you take the direct product B1, B1, B2, and you can see 1 into 1 will be 1, minus 1 into minus 1 will be 1, 1 into minus 1 will be minus 1, and minus 1 into 1 will be minus 1. So basically the direct product of B1 into B2 is 1, 1, minus 1 and minus 1. This corresponds to our irreducible representation A2, and you can see that since the combination band is transforming as A2 irreducible representation, and this A2 is not transforming as X, Y or Z, it is transforming as RZ. Therefore, by our rule, this band, IR band, will be a forbidden band and will not be allowed. Therefore, we can conclude that the combination band B1 plus B2 will not be IR allowed under the C2V symmetry of the molecule FeCO4L. Now friends, this question was of 6 marks, 2 marks each, 2 marks for the symmetry, 2 marks for the number of IR bands and number of Raman bands, and 2 marks for the combination band. Since this was a simple problem without much difficulty, if you can simply apply some rules and some application of those rules are required, once you know them, you can easily solve and get 6 out of 6.